Any of y'all are wondering what I'm doing up here, this is a camera system that will turn if you're speaking, and it'll look at you and record you as well as it's doing me right now. So, and those of you who are going to speak, if you use that podium, it'd probably be better. You may be more comfortable doing
I
that.
noticed that.
But that's up to you. I mean,
Yeah.
we'd rather have you up. Hi, Mike. How are you, sir?
Oh, my dog.
We'd rather have you at that podium if possible.
Mike, how you doing, man?
All right, now. I got it under my own power.
Good.
Good deal.
Hello, y'all.
Showtime. Yes, sir.
Ready.
It is Monday, November the 13th, 2023, 10 a.m. I make a motion that the regular meeting of the Navarro County Commissioners Court come to order.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And we are in session. I'd ask everyone, please stand for opening prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. Let's pray. Father, we thank you for this day and the many blessings you give to us each and every day. We ask today for your wisdom and guidance as we address the issues that are coming before this court. We ask you also to please forgive us the many ways we may have failed you. And it's just in Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Please join me for the pledge. I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You may be seated. Okey dokey. Billy Roach.
Yes, good morning, Judge, gentlemen. You might remember I was here. I was here a couple weeks ago and voiced my displeasure with my commissioner over there in precinct 3 about not getting all of the roads in our neighborhood in a what I would consider a usable fashion. He had been working on it, but he had quit. But after the meeting a month or so ago, Eddie went outside and talked to me one-on-one and gave me his commitment that he would get the roads in our neighborhood finished. And I'm just here today to say he's a good man of his word. He did very well. He got the roads fixed. Myself and the neighbors really liked it. Our vehicles really like it. So I just wanted to come in public and say thank you very much for a job well done. And we do appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Aaron, and I can't tell what the last name is. Hope? Okay, let me complete making an H out of this, okay?
Yes.
Thank you.
Good morning, my name is Aaron. All you know me, I'm with the Dawson Volunteer Fire Department. I'm also Vice President of the Navarro County Volunteer Firefighters Association. I'm coming this morning to express our concern about the contracts that have not yet come out yet. I'm not sure what the holdup is on it. At our last meeting that we had discussed, we were all under the assumption that, we were all under the understanding that the county was going to continue to pay the departments in the county, that the contract that was current was going to basically continue until the new one came out. Well, that's not been the case. There hasn't been any, I don't believe there's been any departments paid since the end of August. There's several departments in our county that are struggling. Navarro Mills for one. I know several times he's told me, the chief over there has told me that he's had to fuel his trucks out of his own pocket, and cutting the funding or saying we're not going to fund our volunteer fire departments is definitely going to be a problem for departments such as Navarro Mills. I would hope that there could be a solution to this quicker, as quickly as possible, just that we can move forward from this. This has been I'm tired of beating a dead horse, and I know you gentlemen are too. So if you could please keep us in mind, keep the volunteers in mind, because there's several departments that have voiced to me specifically that if the funding doesn't come back, then they won't be able to answer any calls, and that's bad for our citizens in our county. So Thank you, gentlemen.
Thanks, sir. All right, we'll move on to our consent agenda, items 5 through 8. If there's a need to talk about any one of those, we may do so. Alan, how are you, sir? Good to see you. Good to see you. So anyway, do I have if we are not going to talk about any of them, I'd ask for a motion to approve the consent agenda as a whole.
I move that we approve the consent agenda as a whole. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, and seconded by that other guy down there on the end, the newest one. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on now to our regular agenda. And that would be item number 9 to start with, which is the burn ban. Fortunately, we've had plenty of, well, I don't know if I ever should say plenty of rain, but we've had a sufficient amount of rain where I think the burn ban can remain off, okay? And but y'all have an opinion on that, guys? Know if anything anywhere?
We're in good shape.
Yeah. I don't think I could get anything to burn on my place if I wanted to. So, all right, so no action on that, correct?
No action.
Thank you. Next is
Thank you, Mr. Roach.
presentation by Susan Redford, the Executive Director of the Texas Association of Counties, seated on the front row, but going to the podium. As requested.
I follow directions well.
Thank you.
Commissioners, first, let me say, thank you for having me this morning, Judge. Thank you for accommodating me on the agenda. It's always great to be out in our counties and get to visit and watch you in action. So I know how much, the Texas Association of Counties, we appreciate all that you do for your community. We also appreciate your membership in our health and employee benefit pool. As a reminder, that is the pool that provides health benefits to 222 counties in the state of Texas and retiree benefits that go hand in hand with that. That particular pool is board driven, meaning that the board of directors that makes the decisions for that pool is made up of county officials of our counties. Navarro County has been very, very well represented for the last many years on that board. Josh Tackett, your esteemed district clerk, has served on that board from 2012 to 2023. So I wanted to take a minute today to come and to recognize Josh, if you'll join me up here, please. And thank him for his service. His term has come to an end, and we're very sad to see that. Not only is he a good member on that board, but we also enjoy talking all things kids sports and a love for all things Texas Tech. So Josh, on behalf of the Texas Association of Counties, we appreciate your leadership, your dedication, all the time that you contributed to this board to make it the success that it is today. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Do we need to step out in front of the podium? Would that be better?
Probably would, yeah. All right, congratulations, Josh.
Thank you.
Super
Yeah,
good.
very good job.
Good. Hey, Jim.
Hey, good to see you.
Yeah.
All right, item 11 is a presentation from OnMed.
I'll follow her directions. Not be in trouble my first time here. Good morning, gentlemen. Thank you, commissioners and county judge, for having us on the agenda this morning. I do work for a company called OnMed. We construct and lease out telehealth stations to deliver clinician healthcare. And we have some great partnerships coming up. United Healthcare is one of them. I have Ms. Martinez here with me this morning. And some other partners in a collaboration of delivering healthcare, bridging the gap in healthcare in rural communities, especially. That's our mission. So why I'm here this morning is Navarro County has become a priority for us. United Healthcare and the other payer sources that to be announced soon. And so we're very interested in your county with the rural communities that you have with our partnerships with United Healthcare and the other payer sources to be determined soon. This will be a healthcare station that we can place in Navarro County that will offer absolutely free healthcare to anyone to and up, regardless of their insurance, privileges or disadvantages. We just see a falling healthcare system and we want to help bridge that gap. You guys have all the kind of logistics in your packet that I sent over. Do you have any questions for me, or these are very preliminary. We just kind of wanted to put our foot in the door, show our faces, and let you know kind of what our mission statements are.
And so typically I'll start on questions. Are they freestanding?
They
Just
are
out in the
freestanding.
open somewhere like an ATM?
No, so the stations are very complex. They are using very advanced technology, which is also changing all the time. For instance, we have a scale in there for weight. We have a high def camera that deploys from the ceiling that can detect infections, can detect earaches, can detect infections, spider bites. There's also a blood pressure cuff that gives you a printed readout. You actually walk into a station, the door fogs, a clinician, you press start, that's it. The clinician comes on, does all your intake, and then turns you over to an NP or a doctor or whoever is on call. And so it's a very, very, what's the word? It's a very one-on-one as far as you think doc in a box or you get on your iPad. This is a completely different experience. I come from Milam County, which is about 2 hours away. That's where I live. We put the very first rural station in the world in our county. It's been standing there for about 4 years. It also delivers free healthcare to anybody who walks in. So in answering a little bit more on that, Judge, it needs to be in a secure facility. The number one priority for us in putting these stations in Texas, because there will be several that go in Texas, is the expanded hours. We are no way trying to take over any clinics, any clinicians. We want to just offer the expanded hours. Right now, our nurses are available Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. and on Sundays, noon to 6. So I have 2 boys. They never got an ear infection on a Wednesday morning. It was always a Friday night, a Saturday night, a Sunday. We can also do e-scripts from our clinicians. So we would want to offer prescriptions to those patients wherever you have locally in Navarro County to offer those referrals to your pharmacists as well. So freestanding, 110 plug, and high-speed internet and a secure facility. That's all we really need. What I found in the rural communities is the challenge is the expanded hours, because most of our rural communities are mom and pop stores or they're governmental entities at themselves. And so we look at places like workout facilities that are open on the weekends and in the evenings. Ours in Milam County sits at the sheriff's office lobby. And so it's open 24/7. And so they are able to offer that care all the time. I also have 2 in Alabama. We're fixing to put 4 more. One sits on the Tuskegee University and one sits in an old medical facility that was run down that they renovated, and they offer subsequent care services there where our station sits in the lobby. So we've got a lot of case scenarios. There's a lot of different ways that we can offer this service. I'm in customer success. I'm not in sales. And so what I offer is to come into the communities and bring your top leaders together, your superintendents, yourselves, the clinicians. We always want to involve the clinicians and the pharmacies so that they understand this is not coming in to replace them. The only thing that I can say that would set us aside too, if we do want to decrease the amount of ER visits. We want to develop wellness care for people so that they are not self-diagnosing and self-medicating. So it's one of our case studies. We had in Tuskegee, an 85-year-old woman walked out of our care station, was completely sobbing. And my COO said, "Oh my gosh, what happened? Are you okay?" And she said, "I'm 85 years old. It's the first time I've ever seen a doctor." Wow. So we're making a difference.
Wow.
We're giving healthcare solutions where there aren't any. We're bridging gaps. And we want to do that for Navarro County.
I know you, question,
Mhm.
you said you're not in sales, but is this a one-time fee for this to come in, or is there a recurring fee for usage, so like a rental fee?
Yeah, so there is a recurring fee, and I don't typically discuss those because if you lease one station, there's a fee, but if you're gonna lease 20 from us and put them out in the communities, there's gonna be some negotiations that are available. These stations are being leased by United Healthcare and other partners to be determined in a collaborative motion to solve some of these problems. They are going to foot that bill for us, and this healthcare will be free to your.
What are the locations that y'all are considering or have considered?
I think I can probably give you 4. So Navarro County is one on our list. I am meeting in Washington County on Wednesday. I am meeting in Travis County on Thursday. And then our original station in my home county was actually a collaborative between Blue Cross Blue Shield, Texas A&M Health and Science, and our county. That is going to also turn into one of these stations. So if you're ever in the Cameron area, anybody knows where Cameron, Texas is. It is in the sheriff's office. And that version is probably a 1.0 version, where we're probably now at a 15.0 version. So as technology, like I said, advances, we get to advance with that. Our clinicians are the best of the best. They're all licensed in the states that we're currently in and that we're moving into. And so I actually think this kind of sounds snotty, but I think it's actually a privilege that Navarro County has been one of the selected counties, because you do have a lot of rural area.
I guess what I was asking was like, would it be in a mall setting or a private building setting?
So the wonderful thing about this is that's Navarro County's choice, right? I can help you with site selection, but where we put it and how we market it is something that the city or the county that we place it in, it's really your choice. It's your ball game. You know your community, you know its needs, you know where the best places are, where you can reach the most traction. Does that answer your question a little bit better? We're not coming in to take over anything. We want to work with the communities. They're all different. I'm having different meetings every day. They're all different.
Any questions? No.
How does it dispense medication?
So as you can see on the one side of the half of the station is patient care, where it's got a full live TV screen, and you can see almost the entire clinician on that side. The other side is what we call the vault, and we have robotics in there that are set up to dispense OTC through a little hole into the patient care experience. Now, some of these stations with some of our collaboratives may choose not to automatically have the vault. The robotics is probably one of the most, probably right up there with the most expensive portion of the care station. And then legislatively, we're working diligently in Texas and in Alabama to actually start dispensing prescriptions.
Cool. Anybody else? Anybody question?
What kind of time frame would you be thinking?
So that is not really something that we've really gotten into the weeds about so far. It's going to depend on the county, because like I said, the hurdle is finding the location. So if I can go to our payer sources tomorrow and say Navarro has, agreed to XYZ location, I'm going to say 60 days.
Yeah.
I think could go into a 90-day period just because of the holidays coming up. I mean, pretty much everybody quits in November.
And so the function of it is what hours?
So that would also be up to the community where it
Oh,
goes.
okay.
So as I said earlier, Monday through Saturday, 7 a.m. to 11 p.m., Sunday noon through 6. But if we can't find a location that mimics that explicitly, we just want some of the expanded hours. So even if it's, Monday through Friday till 7 o'clock and Saturday noon 5, or, as much as we can mimic the hours that we're available, that's what we love to do. It's kind of a priority with the expanded hours.
Okay. Anybody else? You guys? Mr. Brewer?
So just very preliminary discussion, but if this is an interest for Navarro, and if you have other people that you would like to get me in contact with, if you think of a site selection that I can come back and look at, I'm only 2 hours away. I was up here last night driving around and most of this morning. We don't have Starbucks, so I want to thank you for that. Very much. To Taco Bell, I'm pretty impressed. I was sticking around a while, so anytime I can come up, I would be more than welcome to. And Ms. Martinez can speak to, you know, the populations that she serves, if she would like, or if you guys are good. I've been up here long enough.
Well, good, good. You have anything you want to say?
Well, just, excuse me, on behalf of United Healthcare, and that's put my back to you. We're very excited to have the opportunity to go into this partnership with OnMed and some of the other partners that are being currently talked to. We currently are gonna be just starting out with our line of business serving Star Plus, which is the population includes age, blind, and the disabled, beginning next September 1st in 2024. Navarro County will be one of our expansion areas, which I'll be helping to roll out, and I'm very excited about getting to know the community and interacting to see where the needs are and how we can serve the population, and including with OnMed, as she said, closing some of the gaps in care. We want to make sure that everyone has access to healthcare. So this is one of the things that we're very dedicated to, and you know, very excited, and hope that you all consider the offer, and look forward to working with everyone and getting to know the community better.
Great, great. All right.
Thank you all.
All right, thank you.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you. And anybody that's talking today that needs to leave, you're welcome to, you know, leave whenever you're through, you know, with whatever you have to say. So just want to let you know that you're not stuck here through the whole meeting, put it that way. All right, we'll move on from that to number 12, which is consideration of changing Monday, December 25th, 2023 Commissioners Court date to Thursday, December 21st, 2023, due to the Christmas holidays. Can you imagine that? That we'd want to get away from being here on Christmas Day.
So everybody wants to take off Christmas Day and not be here.
That's it.
That's the
That's
deal.
it. Yeah.
So I will make a motion that we change Commissioners Court date from Monday, December 25th, 2023 to Thursday, December 21st, 2023, due to the Christmas holiday.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, second by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Unanimous
No
for
opposed.
coal and stockings, right?
Sir?
That's unanimous vote except for coal and stockings.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. It is unanimous vote. All right, number 13 is consideration of approving Allison Wiley as a county representative for North Central Housing Finance Corporation. Allison, anything you want to say about that?
No.
Okay.
Do you want this position?
I do want this position, yes, since I don't have enough to do as it is.
Wow.
You don't have
Okay.
a representative, and you need one.
Yeah, we do. We really do. I'm going to make the motion that we approve Allison Wiley as the county representative for North Central Housing Finance Corporation. Would ask for a second, please.
Second.
Wonder which one that was.
You can let him know.
Just double down.
All right, all right. Motion made by Judge Davenport, seconded by Commissioner Perry and also Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Listen,
Yes, ma'am. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Item number 14 is consideration of approving tax collection report for October of 2023. Mr. Mike Dowd. Good to have you, Mr. Dowd.
yeah.
Good to be back.
see you
Mr. Dowd had, how many bypasses?
Oh, quadruple.
Any
Wow.
volunteer?
Yeah, dude. Gotta get your miles in, you know,
Yeah.
gotta pay.
Well, we're glad you had done what you got done and that you're up and at 'em again.
I'm glad it worked out for all of us.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
Well, we're off to a rolling start. We got, collections for October was $3,724,454.66, which is ahead of last year's number. $2,931,293.89. We're dollars ahead by $793, 156.77. And, our collection rate is, 12.01 so far, which is ahead of 10.12 last year, 1.89% ahead. So that's a good start for your first month.
Yes, sir. It is. All right, we need a motion to approve that report, please.
I'll make a motion approving the tax collection report on October 2023 for Mike Down.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 15 is notification from Navarro County Tax Assessor Collector of a refund exceeding $2,500 in the amount of $12,000. $12,486.37. Terry, you want to tell us about this, or is this
No,
mine?
that's me.
That's you too? Okay, Mike, thank you.
She can.
Well, I figured it goes through her hands
She knows.
at some point, so.
Well, matter of fact, I'm gonna write a check for it and they're gonna get it, so. That's why I'm
That's
here
even
to tell
better.
you.
Yeah, we'll take
Tax
it.
code says that I'm obliged if I run over 2,500, giving back money to give it, to let y'all know. So
That's
here you
good.
are, getting noticed.
Thank you very
We got a
much.
refund back where, they had a late, a late hearing, had a protest. They got, the value was changed significantly and it was already paid. So this is their money we're giving back to them. That's basically what it amounts to. But since it's a big number, y'all get to know what happened.
Yeah, that'll work. Now, this is notification. Do we even need to vote on it?
You just accept my notification. How's that?
Okay, we just need a motion to accept then. All
Motion to accept.
right, thank you, thank you.
And
Got better heads in here to answer that than me, but.
I make a motion, we accept the notification from the Navarro County Tax Assessor Collection, collector of a refund exceeding $2,500 in the amount of $12,486.37.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 16 is consideration of approving maintenance to install decoration for the holidays. Been a long time since we've had decoration on this courthouse, and so we're finally looking into doing this and make some people happy out in the public. So anyway,
How long has it been, Judge, estimate?
well, we had, a group that came in and set up displays on the front lawn for either 2 or 3 years in a row, and then they quit doing it. And I think there was some involvement in a lawsuit they had to quit doing it for. And I don't know all the details on that, but so we've not had anything since. And that was several years ago, since we've been back in this building. Yeah, that we did that, but anyway, we need a motion, gentlemen.
I make a motion that we approve maintenance to install decorations for the holidays.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Item 17, consideration of approving an interlocal agreement between Harris County Department of Education, Choice Partners, and Navarro County. Don't look at me.
This is another co-op
Okay,
for us to utilize in looking for commodities that we need for the zone.
okay.
Plus, it also gives us another rebate because we use Amazon. Amazon is tied to this, so now we'll automatically get more rebate. We'll get money back. It's like we do on the
All right, gentlemen, we need a motion, please.
That's free.
I move that
Good point.
we approve an interlocal agreement between Harris County Department of Education, Choice Partners, and Navarro County.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 18 is consideration of approving engagement letter for financial audit services by Patillo Brown and Hill LLP for the fiscal year 2023 for Community Supervision and Corrections Department, CSCD.
Yeah.
Terry?
And this is for Patel Brown and Hill to do the audit for adult probation.
All right, we need, unless we have some discussion, we do need a motion, please.
Make a motion that we approve an engagement letter for financial audit services by Patillo Brown Hill LLP for the fiscal year 2023 for Community Supervision and Corrections Department.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 19 is consideration of approving TAC cybersecurity compliance training for 2024. Tiffany?
So we started using TAC last year instead of before, because it was free, and this year they put a $5 charge per user. So it's gonna cost the county right at $1,000. I just needed to get that approved and signed in court, so we can get the ball rolling.
Any questions?
$1,000 a year.
$1,000 a year. Well, $1,000 this year. The next cheapest amount is like 3,500.
I like $1,000.
Yeah,
I like
$1,000
the
sounds
free.
really good.
Sounds like a reasonable deal to me.
I like the free better.
But
The free was great. The
Well,
free-
we'll
It's
take the
actually,
$5.
they said I get more bells and whistles though this year, so.
Good.
I'm looking forward to that.
Cool. All right, need a motion, gentlemen.
I make a motion of approving tax cybersecurity compliance training for 2024.
Second.
They were close. I don't see how they, hit at the same time. Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 20 is consideration of approving the revised business service order between Vibe Broadband and Navarro County. Tiffany, you want to elaborate on that?
So back in, I believe it was April, which y'all should have that contract in front of you. We had a total of 42,1240 a month. But since we actually have gone through the sheriff's office and found the actual numbers and everything that needs to be redone, it's gonna be 5,034.05. And I just needed to get that approved for y'all to see if we wanna move forward with it. I also have our sales team and our engineer team, if y'all have any questions about the changes.
These items on this first page here, that's what was added.
This is what's added, yes, that's the change. And you can see it's a significant change from the previous.
All right, there's no discussion. I'd ask for a motion, please.
I'll make the motion, we approve the revised business service order between Vibe Broadband and Navarro County.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 21 is consideration of declaring IT equipment as salvage for IT, and there is a list here somewhere attached. Tiffany?
It's all old and broken. We have done what we can to save the pieces, and this is all just junk.
They're off life support at
Yeah.
this point?
Yes.
Okay.
Some of this was 2003.
Yeah.
Lasted 20
We cleaned
years.
the
That's-
closets. I think we did really good last year cleaning out everything, but we just can run across something that surprises us.
Run across any XP?
No, XP, I know that's your favorite. This is great. That's his all-time favorite.
What's amazing about technology is at one point, this was cutting edge.
Oh, absolutely.
Now then it's junk. We don't use that stuff anymore.
It becomes obsolete, it's junk.
If you approve it, I already have a gentleman coming to pick up everything but the hard drives.
Destroy the hard drive, you know.
I personally do.
I make a motion, we declare IT equipment on this list as salvage for the IT department.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried. 22 is consideration of approving Chatfield water supply to cross Southeast County Road 4200 in precinct 2. Mr. Perry?
Yes, sir, Judge. It's just a standard road board to get water from one side of the road to the other. And I'll make a motion of approving Chatfield water to cross Southeast 4200 in precinct 2.
Thank you. Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 23 is consideration of approving resolution and financial agreement between Government Capital and Precinct 2 for a 2023 Case 580 SV backhoe.
Yes, this is to replace the backhoe that we declared salvage last time. It's the standard agreement that we've used forever. And I'll make a motion of approving a resolution and financial agreement between Government Capital and Precinct 2 for a 2023 Case 580 SV backhoe.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We'll move on now to item 24, which is consideration to approve removing gates, posts, and signage from Southwest County Road 1162 right of way in precinct 4.
Well, I've had an ongoing problem since spring with a resident that lives at the end of this road, which is a cul-de-sac road. Complaining about the neighbor that owns a property that adjoins his right up at the end with her closing a gate. And it has signage all over the gate and on the fence in the right of way of the roadway. That says private property, no trespassing, and he can't get deliveries. He's afraid that emergency vehicles, if needed, will not go through there to go down to his property. I've had extensive talks with Stan Young regarding this. I've also talked with Bob Shell and Terry Jacobson, our attorneys. This is in our right of way, even though she says that that's her property. And I've told her, given her a letter stating that she has to remove it. She's refusing to do that, but she says now that she can't get it done. She's disabled, and if we would do it, it would be fine. So I just want to make sure we get court approval to do this. It's just going to take this gate out and the post next to it, which is right almost by the roadway. It's a very narrow place there, and take that signage down, and we'll set it wherever she wants us to put it down. So I'll make a motion, we approve to remove the gate, post, and signage from Southwest County Road 1162 in the right of way in precinct 4.
Second.
I stopped.
Are you gonna forfeit your second?
I
or-
just said.
Oh, okay, okay. So Mr. Perry is actually the one that gets this assigned to it, correct? All right. Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. All right, item 25 is consideration of approving utility easement for Navarro County Co-op on Northwest County Road 4450 in precinct 4. Mr. Brewer.
This is, they're putting a new electric line through there. It's gonna be an above ground utility lines going through there. So it won't be, there will be no road borings or anything. It'll be proper height and all, so. I make a motion to approve the utility easement for Navarro County Co-op on Northwest County Road 4450 in precinct 4. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 26 is consideration of approving to pay bills for the courthouse without a purchase order on November 13th of 2023.
I'll make a motion, we approve to pay bills for courthouse without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 27 is consideration of approving to pay bills for the Navarro County Sheriff's Office without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
I'll make a motion to approving to pay bills for the Navarro County Sheriff's Office without purchase orders, without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 28 is consideration of approving to pay bills for the DA's office without purchase order on November 13th of 2023.
I move that we approve to pay bills for the DA's office without PO numbers on November 13th, 2023.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 29 is consideration of approving to pay bills for CSCD without, what is that?
Adult
Oh, adult
That's
probation.
probation.
Why don't we just say adult probation?
We just
Supervision and Corrections
covered-
Department.
Okay. All right, anyway, without a purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
I'll make a motion that we pay bills for the CSCD, AKA Adult Probation Department,
Thank you.
without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 30 is consideration of approving to pay bills for Texoma HIDA without purchase order on November 13th of 2023. This is something we do. We're just caretakers of their money. I think what it is, and okay, whatever they spend, they have to have someone do it. And for that, doing that, we are compensated for our time in some manner.
So I'll make the motion that we approve to pay bills for Texoma Ohio without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 31. Consideration of approving to pay bills for JP 3 without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
I move that we approve to pay bills for JP3 without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 32. Consideration of approving to pay bills for precinct 3 without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
Yeah, they went over their limited gill fillings. So I move that we approve to pay bills for precinct 3 without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 33 is consideration of approving to pay bills for election without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
Make a motion, we approve bills for election office without purchase order on November 13th, 2023.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Well, got that over with. Number 34 is executive session pursuant to the Texas Government Code Section 551.087 to discuss economic development. Need a motion to go into that, gentlemen.
It is 10:44 on November the 13th, 2023. I make a motion, we go into executive session pursuant to Texas Government Code Section 551.087 to discuss economic development.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And we are in that executive session. Thank all of you for coming.
Yes.
How you doing? Good to see you.
Can't be good with her.
Oh, no, yeah, at least.
Last night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Are you going to Berkeley this week?
Oh, yeah. See you tomorrow afternoon.
I'll see you there.
Okay.
Thanks for coming. I appreciate it. You run a good court. Y'all are fun to watch.
Good time, good. Good to see you.
I enjoy that. That's how I was.
Without being stupid, you know, just,
You gotta be here, you might as well make it fun. Yeah.
Send all those pictures. You'll get tweeted out, I'm sure.
Yes.
I think it's something else to
Like,
do in
yeah.
free time.
Facebook
so-
thing.
Oh, yeah, you got so much free time.
Yeah, so much free time.
Thank you, ma'am. Appreciate you. Let me get the witness off my hand. Yeah, yeah. Then you're gonna do that. That's a.
Well,
you need
Wade was
representation.
like, Navarro County doesn't have a rep, you need to do it, and so. He was
Well,
like,
they were
you
all,
get to,
you know, whenever they have a deal come up, they meet them in court. I couldn't go.
I was during the day. So he and I went one time, so Cedar, no, Red Oak, he went to Red Oak. And he was like, "You so busy." And I was like, so this morning, Andy was like. I'll try again. Have you met the judge yet? I will make sure to talk to him again. Thank you. Navarro County's doing- used to work with me. Now he works for Texas Police County.
Yeah.
And I'm
I used to
ready.
work with her.
I've known each
3
other.
years in a row, we just had the whole.
Really cute.
Yeah,
Y'all
we-
just-
I was over there.
Number one.